Hello, everybody. Wait, let me see if I'm okay. Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, I thought it was on mute. Hey.
Hello, welcome. It's December. We only have 1 month left until 2020 is over.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
Woo!
Yes, 2020 has been a freaking year.
Weird
It's been
year.
a
Yep.
weird year, and a lot of things have been happening this year. So it's been a triumph and a downfall for some people, a lot of people. So
Yeah.
it's a mixed bag of situations, circumstances overall. I mean, we got the freaking virus that we did get, but you
Yep.
know, a lot of people, took opportunity from whatever dark side there was at the moment. From being withheld within four walls and one roof, or something else happening in the world that's has been tragic, but a lot of good
Yeah.
things have also come to fruition. A lot of secrets, a lot of truths, a lot of
Yeah.
reality, and a lot of great has come out also from that. So always, look at the bright side from, you know, when we get those type of situations on. So
I agree.
I still think that even though 2020 is truly a year to remember based off what has happened,
Mhm.
no pun intended to what I just said, but a lot of good things also have happened
I
uh,
agree.
in this year. So yeah, just want to start it off with that. I noticed that our names are now just the regular thing.
Boo, how boring are we today?
Yes. So what
Nah, you know what? Let's change it.
yeah, I'm gonna change right now to it was the gamer and other stuff, right?
I'm getting festive today. What do you think of mine?
Oh, okay. All right. So we're gonna change.
Cause I look like a little elf,
Um,
right?
Ash, the journalist from North Pole, or Ash from North Pole.
I already changed it.
Oh, you did. Oh, I don't see it. I don't see it. Sorry. Elf at.
That's gonna be my name today. That's gonna be
That's
my
gonna
name
be your name.
today.
All right.
Because it's December
Uh,
and I clearly feel festive, so ho ho ho.
oh man, wait. Let me see. Uh, I don't know. I want to put.
John the MLB player.
Oh man. Oh wait. I got it. John. Okay. The
John the Grinch.
Grinch.
You're a mean one, Mr. Grinch.
And I think
John the
John the
Grinch.
Grinch.
Yay!
I'm no Grinch, but
So
let's just
I
change it to Christmas time.
so I should be Ash Lou.
Ash Lou?
Ash Lou.
Oh, because of the dog.
Like Cindy Lou.
That's
No,
Andy Lou.
no.
Well, we're feeling festive today. We're feeling pretty good, guys.
Yes.
So, all right.
I
So,
almost have our Christmas decorations. They're close. I can feel it. And we're gonna have our Christmas
yeah,
tree completed. It took us a while, but it is what it is. I had a
it
baby Yoda
definitely did.
skirt that looks pretty freaking awesome, and I'm really excited for that. So it is worth the
Most
wait. It
definitely.
has,
It
yes,
looks
it has
pretty
been
good.
worth.
It looks freaking good.
It looks freaking
I'm
awesome,
impressed
man.
with it. So, yeah. So, let's jump right into the news today, guys. And as always, we know what starts off the day, and it is the Broadway
The
universe.
Broadway.
Sing once again with me.
No,
The strings.
you always sing copyrighted stuff.
I'm sorry. It's trying to.
That's like the
Sorry.
only Broadway thing that you know. I'm like, let's go to Broadway. John's
And
like,
then
I'm just like, okay, buddy.
it's a classic. It's tradition. Sorry.
That's true.
But anyway, first news of the day, Ash. What do we got?
Well, my Broadway peeps, starting off the Broadway universe. This news does not surprise me at all. It has me excited, and it is the fact that Hamilton, the Broadway musical, is set to make its comeback on July 4th.
Oh, okay.
On July 4th. So basically, the production is aiming for a return on USA's Independence Day, July 4th, 2021. And it is expected for New York Governor Andrew Cuomo to reopen theaters on the Great White Way in June to be, at a limited capacity. So theaters might be open by that time, but it is going to be limited capacity and taking all of the precautions due to COVID-19.
Of course.
Now, I'm saying that I'm not surprised that this show is the one that might probably bounce back the quickest because, as we all know, Hamilton is a moneymaker. It makes a lot of
Hmm.
money on Broadway. I'm
Like
kind of sad
400
though.
for a seat, man. It's like,
My
ooh.
question is about this news. Are they going to change the prices?
Uh, okay, so I think that that might be the case. Reason being is because business has not been booming like
Hmm.
it once used to, and I don't think that people will go to see a $400 spectacle.
It's like eight
Either way.
hundred dollars,
Oh my
baby.
gosh, no,
It's not
man.
even 400. Not even 400. But yeah.
I don't think. I honestly think that Broadway would have still been losing money if it
Hmm.
was open, and a
Yeah.
lot of musicals would have been closing. Now, this is with the speculation that things will get better, and hopefully things will get better in terms of the virus and how close we can get to people, and
Yeah.
discover new
Hopefully.
rumors of the vaccine, and probably hopefully there's a vaccine at that point that can counter attack this thing instead of just staying your natural healthy self,
Yeah.
protecting yourself from that.
Hmm.
But that really depends. That really depends because it's the theater owners are the ones that also they have to pay the rent. They have to pay for electricity, all that kind of stuff. So
Hmm. I agree.
there has to be an agreement. And if Hamilton used to make $800 a seat or so,
Hmm.
they're gonna have to cut that by more than probably just 50%.
I agree.
And um,
And it's limited. It's going to be limited capacity too.
limited capacity. So I think you know what? I think they're not even gonna drop it. It might not even be the case because since it's a limited capacity, they want to maximize how much they
Yeah.
can get for that musical. And I don't know how many
I
people are
agree.
going to go and watch it with already it being a Disney Plus, unless it got taken away or it was a
I
limited.
was gonna say that's another at least for me that's something that I think about a lot because I had the opportunity to see this on Disney Plus because as we have been talking, Hamilton is really expensive, you guys. I think it's way too expensive. I understand how amazing the musical is. I understand what it's a historic piece that I can understand, but I'm not the type of person to be like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna pay $800 to go and see the show, and that's not even like front row orchestra. That's like in the
Exactly. Exactly.
back row orchestra, for example. And for me, it's kind of difficult to do that when now Disney Plus has a Broadway recording with the original cast. Like everybody from the
Exactly.
original cast is in that show, and it is a quality film that I enjoyed. So that's my biggest question. I'm happy that Hamilton is set to come back, but the question for me is how will the prices be working? Or is it going to be at the same price? Are they going to do in-person rush tickets? I think they should do rush tickets, in my opinion, because they always do an online lottery that you have to go through the phone and then you put your email and then they text you if you won the lottery for that day or not. And it's like $10 tickets. So that's the complicated question for me, even though I am happy that there's a possibility that these Broadway actors are going to come back. And then how is this going to affect the new people that are coming in to see the show, where we have other people that either got refunded or had the opportunity to change a date? So there's a lot going on. And like you
Yep.
said, I think it has to be like a conversation behind doors between the company and then maybe Manuel-Miranda if he decides to do something. But I think that if they're coming back and they're going to bring this musical specifically, I think they should do something special for the people, specifically for the people who can't afford these tickets or for the people who have suffered due to COVID, because I don't think that the majority of people are going to be like, oh yeah, I'm just going to go pay $800 after this whole COVID virus
Yeah.
and go see Hamilton. Like,
Right.
it's not that simple.
No.
But two other points that I want to state before closing out this news is, again, Hamilton is the exception because it makes a lot of money, and if they do this, it'll be a year since the release of the Disney Plus film. So the Disney Plus film released on July 3rd
Oh.
for Independence Day weekend, and then it would come back to Broadway July 4th, 2021, which marks a day after the year that it came out on Disney Plus.
Yeah,
So
yeah. Wow, I didn't think about it like,
yeah,
yes, you're right.
yeah. So I really want them to do something special for the people that can't afford it, but I think it's going to make money anyways. I think it's going to make money. It's going to be a bang, I think, you know.
Well, let's hope, because
So I guess we shall see. But let's move on to other Broadway news. What is our second news?
go.
What is our second news of the day?
Here we go. New dates set for Bob Marley musical in London's West End. And
Yes.
for those who don't know what West End is, Ash, what is West End?
So basically, West End is kind of like Broadway, but in London. So that is London's Broadway. And to be honest, I think they are a little bit more popular because in London they do celebrate the classics. Like they still have Phantom of the Opera, and they still have Les Mis, which is a show that is not Les Miserables for those people who don't know, which is a show that I think it was on Broadway very briefly for less than a year, a couple of years ago. And so they have their own shows over there, and they have a mix of new shows. So a lot of the shows that we tend to see that come from London to Broadway, like Hadestown, for example, they all start on Broadway. So for me, they have like really top tier productions that they bring over to Broadway because they are so good. And I wanted to talk about this news because this is a upcoming bio musical on Bob Marley. What do you think of that?
That's pretty exciting because I've seen more and more musicals based off of very popular, very famous actors in there. I mean, actors, musicians and singers and artists of their times, and Jukebox.
Like a jukebox musical?
Well,
Hey, what's
number
up?
one, hey Angela, what you doing?
Hola.
Hey man, thanks for joining us.
I'm not sure if it's going to be a jukebox per se. I think it's going to be a kind of like a Donna Summer thing, like more because I think you know, correct me if I'm wrong, Angelo, but I think that when you say jukebox, it means that it uses the songs of the artist and then it tells a story. But then bio musicals are kind of sticking to the story. These type of musicals for me are a hit or a miss. I agree. I agree. The only bio musical that I have seen that I've enjoyed, I would say it's the Cher Show, which we both saw.
Yeah.
I saw it twice, but then again, the Cher Show for me, Act 1 is brilliant. I think it has a really strong plot and the costumes and everything, and then Act 2 is such a mess.
It loses itself.
It's such a mess. They want to put so much into the little time that they have for Act 2 that it ruins it in a way.
It's one of the few that I've actually gone and seen. But I actually told this to Ash that it felt kind of weird, like the second act. And I remember at first you were like, really? Like you didn't like it? And you were like, you know, you're not, yeah. And then we came into it and it's like, no, the second act does fall down from the hype of the first act.
And I at least, yes, music that already exists. Cher Show, Mamma Mia, Rock of Ages, Tina, exactly. Okay, cool. And then if it's with original music, then maybe. Yeah, I understand where you're coming from. But for me, that's the best one that I've seen. I did have the opportunity to see not the Cher Show, the Donna Summer Show, and I liked the musical sequences in that show. I hated the script. It was horrible script. And it's bad because the performers were great. Were great, man. So,
but yeah, I agree with this. I hope it's, you know, it turns out to be great. Bob Marley is like the memorabilia of this guy is immense, and you know, he was an inspiration. There's a lot of inspiration in his songs and the way he lived life. But we want to see how they portray him because
I agree.
There's a big difference into, you know, giving honor to that person instead of, you know, trying to push in your face the race. Just bring honor to the to the person, to the character. Just don't smash it or do it because there's a movement going on. Do it because you really
Yeah,
want it comes from the heart of the
exactly.
writer, of the director, to do this right.
Exactly.
That's what's happening a
And
little bit with a few
and
things. They're being forced.
and I feel that that's what happens going back to the Cher show, because it's the best example that I have. The first act for me is very true to what Cher went through and her story, and then act 2 is like, oh, she had a boyfriend, she broke up, she had a perfume, she had hairspray, she had this and that. The show ends, bye, and you're just like, okay. The thing is that with artist shows, they try to clean them up, do PG-13 versions of their lives. I agree with that too. Sometimes they want to do it like too neat and squeaky clean, and you're just like, okay, but this person was awful in real life, or they
Yeah.
had an awful experience. So just to wrap it up really quickly, the musical is titled Get Up, Stand Up, the Bob Marley musical, and it's set to begin previews on May 28, 2021 at the Lyric Theatre in London, and they have an opening night set for June 16, after the show was initially slated to begin in February. So, and I think it's gonna include songs like Exodus, No Woman No Cry, Three Little Birds, and Could You Be Love. So
Bam.
I think it's gonna be I would go see it. I'm interested in seeing maybe this one and then the Michael Jackson musical, which is still slated to premiere next year here on Broadway.
Let's see
Hopefully,
who
I'm
does
gonna
right.
I'm gonna shake my little elf here so that Broadway comes back a rolling.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. So
All right, third news of the day for Broadway and final news. We got here
yes.
Lin-Manuel Miranda wraps filming on Tick, Tick, Boom.
Yes.
What
So basically,
is this?
I'm excited about this because this is a musical that Lin-Manuel Miranda has worked on before Hamilton. I think after In the Heights he did the show, but correct me if I am wrong. But he basically did a movie version of this musical. It's titled Tick Tick Boom, and shooting began earlier this year, but it was interrupted by the start of the coronavirus pandemic in March. And it started shooting again. And Lin-Manuel is the director, so he is going to make his directorial. Wow.
Directorial. He
He's gonna make his debut as a director for this movie version of this musical. I fixed it. Okay.
director's list.
That's the best. And and I'm really interested to see this movie version because basically this musical is semi-autobiographical. It tells the story of Jonathan Larson, who, if you guys don't know who Jonathan Larson is, he was the creator of Rent. He had AIDS, and he sadly passed away before he had the opportunity to see his work come to fruition on stage. It's a really sad story, but Rent has gone on to the show has gone on to have numerous productions, be on Broadway, be on tour, have a bunch of cast, and it's I think it's an incredible show. And Jonathan is basically an aspiring composer who is questioning his life choices on the eve of his 30th birthday, and it has original solo work with a book and score by Larson, and it was adapted into a 3-character piece by David Albarn. The cast includes Andrew Garfield as Jonathan, Robin De Jesus as Michael, Alexander Shipp as Susan, Vanessa Hudgens as Caressa, Jordan Fisher as Simon, Joshua Henry as Roger, and so many other people. It has a great mix of Broadway people with people that we know from TV shows and actors, and I'm excited to see
Oh,
it.
really? Actors? I didn't know that.
You know what?
Really?
You know what? I'm not.
Sorry. I just took that and I was like,
Why are you making fun of me on a live, bro? I'm not here today. I'm trying, okay? I'm trying. But yeah, I think it's gonna be a great film. I can't wait to see it and see what Lin-Manuel has, because I think he's brilliant, and I'm surprised that this is gonna be his debut as a director. So I can't wait to see what he has envisioned for Tick Tick Boom. And
Tick, Tick, Boom. I don't even know what that musical is about, but
I mean, I told you.
I'm just kidding. I just
Okay.
All
Moving
right.
on. All
Moving
right.
on.
Moving on. So that is going to be all for
So,
the Broadway universe, my peeps. Yeah, that's it.
all right. All right, everybody, let's jump into the movie and TV universe.
Yes.
And, we are going to start with a bang in this one. But for those who are watching, thank you for joining us. This is what we love to do. We actually love to speak about the entertainment industry, the gaming industry, anything that has to do with that. And we share passions about this. So whoever's joining us, thank you for being here. This is TLU News. And yeah. Hope you have fun and just give your ideas and what you think about every single section that we have in the universes. So pitch in. Now, we are going to jump into the first news of the day with movie and TV, which is Elliot Page comes out as a transgender. Take it away,
Yeah,
Alex.
guys. Okay, guys. So this news, I think it came out yesterday, and it's basically the fact that Elliot Page, known as Ellen Page before, has confirmed through a letter in his different social media accounts that he is transgender and non-binary, I believe. Correct me if I am wrong. But the 33-year-old actor is known for his roles on Juno, Inception, the X-Men's franchise, and currently Page is playing the character of Vanya in the Umbrella Academy. Netflix did announce after his letter came out that Page will continue to portray Vanya on the third season of Umbrella Academy, and they will change all of his credits on any movies that are showcased through their platform.
Yes, I see you lagging. We're losing you. We're losing you. Oh, here we go. We have lost Ash Martinez, ladies and gentlemen. The show has to end. So see you guys. I'm just kidding. We're just going to wait for her for a second. But in the meantime, as she tries to jump back into the Legacy universe with us, yes, this has been a kind of a breakthrough for Elliot Page. As she was speaking, this has been a year of a lot of breakthroughs and opportunities and truth of a lot of souls and minds that have come to fruition, a lot of secrets, and any opportunity that somebody gets and wants to take full positive morally correct advantage of a situation should. And in this case, Elliot Page coming out as a transgender person brings a lot of value to the other people that are still struggling with this choice, with this decision to make. And we think that it's very brave. And some people argue the fact that this was a letter and this was very publicized. That this was very publicized. And here we go.
Is it better now?
Yes, I think so. Yes, we got you.
Okay. So sorry, guys. I think it's a problem with the charger because it was charging when I started the live and it
stopped. Oh,
it
that's so
stopped.
weird.
It stopped. So
Okay.
so sorry about that, guys. Technical difficulties. It happens. We are live.
Yeah. So I was telling them that some people might feel different about Elliot showing this letter or giving it as a letter, but I was just saying that this is actually great because it not only just it serves as courage for him, but other people that are trying to do the same thing and not be afraid to you just come out, be yourself, don't be afraid, be part of our world. You will be loved. And I know you left off giving the numbers of unfortunate kills, murders that have been happening. You were explaining in that situation how unfortunately these events have happened because just being transgender.
Yeah, and that's something at least for me, that's something to look at with this letter, because for me, I'm a person that, listen, you can do whatever you want with your life as long as you're happy. And I've been in the place where I haven't felt happy with myself. And once you start giving into what either society wants you to do or what other people want to do, you start feeling unhappy, and there's a cycle that follows through with that, and that
Hmm.
cycle declines your way of being. It declines your motivation. It declines your pride in the things that you do. It makes you self-doubt. And so for me, if he's happy, man, good for him. Good for him. I think this is a step, moving forward. And like because we discussed this news earlier, I really wish that we could get to the place. Oh, look what Angelo says. So his pronouns are him and them.
Yes, that I know. It was just there's a scientific word for transgender. It was a completely different word, but
I
that I
think
know.
it's
And
non
thank
bi.
you.
I think it's not by binary,
Non-binary, I think
which
it
means that
is.
you're not classifying yourself as either a man or a woman.
Yes, I think that's what I was looking for. But thank you, Angelo.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, the pronouns.
Yeah.
Yes.
But yeah, we were talking about this earlier, and I really wish that we could get to the point, because I've seen a lot of people saying that even though they're happy for him, they really they care about more about his work rather than who he's with,
Yeah.
what he is, who he's dating. And I feel like it sucks really that we're still in 2020 and people have to be like, here I am, I'm coming out, I'm this, I'm that, I'm getting married. And I really wish that we would get to a point where people can just, be happy in their craft, do what they love, and be respected for being actors.
Yeah.
So,
Most definitely.
and this is not me saying that I'm not happy for him. I'm super happy for him. I wish him the best. And if this is a step for him to be happy with himself and be better and move forward, then you do you, man. You do you. Like, so it says, Angelo says it is a complicated matter, but what I applaud is how companies or web pages are learning how to do these types of news, even with changing the name in the credits. Yes, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree, and this is what we have to start seeing. This positive aspect that we have to start taking out. And like I was saying before that we were discussing this really has been a year for change. It has been a year for acceptance, and we're starting. And I feel like the more we educate ourselves, all of us, we're gonna get further and further. So I'm really happy for Elliot Page. I wish him the best in his happiness and all of the success in his career, and I can't wait to see him in the Umbrella Academy, because I'm hooked, and
Oh
I'm
yeah.
definitely going to
Continue
see
watching.
season 3. So those are my thoughts on this whole situation. So
Yeah. Well, we'll jump into the second news because while you were having the technical difficulties, I actually jumped in
yeah.
and had my opinion. So yeah, ending this news, jumping into the second news of the day into the TV and movie universe. It is new Van Helsing adaptation in works at Universal. So let me tell you something before I actually start reading this news. I love Van Helsing and I love Hugh Jackman's version of Van Helsing.
Hmm.
And there's also a TV show about it, and there was another one that was Dracula, and it was only a limited series of 3 episodes, and we see Van Helsing as a woman, focused on a
Was that
woman
was
as
that the
well.
Netflix one? Was that the Netflix one that
Yes.
you were watching?
Yes, and the other
Okay.
show does it as well, but this one was a 3 episode limited series, which is
Hmm.
also very good. But right now, it is Van Helsing reboot will tab the Conjuring director James Wan as producer.
Sweet.
Now, I'll read you this from Hype Beast, this article. While Universal's Dark Universe plans have failed to take off, the film studio nevertheless refusing to give up on its individual titles. So,
Hmm.
according to news reporters, the company has now confirmed a reboot of the 2004 Van Helsing.
I
So
love that movie.
it's been 16 years, yes, and I was hoping for a sequel on that, but it never happened. And I think Hugh Jackman was too busy playing Wolverine and earning more millions.
Yeah.
So whatever. But while information regarding the upcoming project remains scarce at this point, we know that the reboot will be tapping two massive talents within the grim, dark cinematic world. The
Nice.
Conjuring's director James Wan will be taking on the role to produce, while Overlord's Julius Avery will direct. So
Nice.
these are two, people that have worked on their horror and dark projects, so they kind of understand. Not kind of. They understand how these type of projects should work, and
Mhm.
the horror and the dark horror universe, the dark universe of Universal, where there's
Yeah.
Frankenstein, Dracula,
I think it's called
Mummy, the Monsters
Monsters
universe.
Cinematic
The
Universe. That's what
Monster
they were
Cinematic
aiming for.
Universe.
Mhm.
Yes, yes. But yeah, the latter will also be rewriting a script previously pinned by Eric Pearson, whose other works include Thor Ragnarok and the upcoming Black Widow. Um,
Nice.
so yeah, we'll see, because I'm excited for this, because I've been wanting these franchises to come back, because
Mhm.
the Mummy, of all the monster movies, the Mummy from Brandon Fraser um, have been my favorites, like one and two, and it's been it's been spectacular, because I
Yeah.
remember even the beginning of the movie with Himotep and Anaxuna Moon.
Imhotep. Oh yeah.
Himotep, Himotep,
Imhotep.
Himotep. It's insane. And
And Brendan
the
Fraser, man. Brendan
Brendan Fraser
Fraser.
was at his
Brendan
peak.
Fraser needs to be redeemed. I'm saying
Yes,
this here right now. He needs to be redeemed. I love the director, says Angelo.
hell yes.
You know
Uh,
what? I do have to say about this. I hope this is the movie that actually kickstarts the Monster Cinematic Universe, because as we all know, they attempted to do that with a movie called The Mummy, or so it says, with
Tom
Tom Cruise, and
Cruise.
I was just like, no.
I
Ever since
haven't
I heard,
seen it,
ever since I heard about it, ever
but
since I saw the trailer, I was like, no. So I never saw it. I don't think I'll ever see it because I don't. I
I
no.
want to. I
Yeah.
want to, because I want to see why it failed. And
I heard that the girl that played the mummy, that she was wasted in that film,
really,
because she did a great job, but the thing is that, of course, since Tom Cruise was involved, they wanted to make it like a more action stunt flick, and that's where it got. Yeah, see what Angelo says. It failed because of Tom, because
mm,
it missed out on the story. Tom Cruise was like, I'm gonna do all the stunts. I don't think they are planning any more of that universe. They should do standalone. That too. That too. I think they might have to take this route that DC is taking, which is they're attempting to do these standalone films, and then from that maybe they can stem a connection and eventually make a movie with all these monsters. But
they should
I
probably just
hope,
focus.
man.
They should probably just focus on that one film, and then after that, see how the film succeeds, and then see. You know what? Let's make another one, but
Mm-hmm.
not of the Mummy. Sorry, not of Van Helsing. Let's just do the Mummy, and then let's
Right.
just do Dracula. And then
Mm-hmm.
if they all succeed, then let's say, you know what, people are receiving this really well. So let's
Yeah.
jump into a crossover.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
I saw the movie, and you're gonna see that is all Cruise's the bad moments.
Yeah,
Oh man,
because see, he says, I love Sophia's mummy. She was amazing. I heard that too. I heard that she was wasted in this film. But I knew that from the get-go when they were announcing the plans, and they were like, oh, you know, the Tom Cruise is going to be in this movie and it's called The Mummy, and I was like, no. No.
well, it's
Because
like
I applaud. Listen, Tom Cruise, he does his own stunts. I can applaud that. I think the Mission Impossible movies are great, but just keep him there. Just
but
keep him
not
there.
every franchise needs Mission Impossible.
No,
That's the
no.
word.
He
That
has
is
his
it.
franchise,
I
and
know
he
you're
has,
good in stunts, but not
yeah,
every franchise needs Mission Impossible. Some
and
franchise
he has,
needs you to die and really get hurt.
exactly, and he has control of the Mission Impossible franchise. So, bro, that's yours. Stick to that. I don't want you in no more universes. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I don't. I have my
I mean,
reservations with Tom Cruise.
if he dives into the multiverse of Spider-Man, I mean of Marvel, as we've been speaking like a long time, and then he's a
Mhm.
parallel Tony Stark, he better not have control over that thing.
No,
Like
no.
he should
That's the
let
problem with Tom Cruise, though. He seizes controls of every single production that he's in, and you have to do things his way.
freaking Scientology stuff. Sorry.
There's a documentary, by the way.
Scientology.
By the way, there's a documentary on Scientology on Netflix that's
Oh,
really creepy. We could
go
only see
and
one
get it.
episode.
Go and get it because we're gonna keep watching
Yeah,
it. Go and get it.
It's by Leah Remini, I think it is.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, but
So yeah,
we'll see.
Tom Cruise, your
I
fault.
really would like for this adaptation though. I would like new people. I don't want them to try to bring Hugh Jackman back and all that stuff. I'm okay with everything that Hugh Jackman has done. I don't want him coming back to anything else. If he comes back as Wolverine, that's fine. But I want new people.
Yeah.
I want to see new faces. I want to see new actors portraying these roles, and
If he
I
comes
hope
back
that
as
it's
Wolverine,
successful.
if he comes back as Wolverine, it'll probably be for a 10-minute scene, maybe less. Something like Days of Future Past, trying to check the multiverses. Oh, this was the Wolverine of that universe, but this Wolverine could
Mm-hmm.
be anybody else. So
Yep.
we don't know. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's the jizz of Van Helsing, people.
We'll see.
Now,
We'll see. We'll see.
third news of the day in the universe of movies and TV, we got here Peter Dinklage. Mr. Starring in Toxic Avenger reboot.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, my peeps. So
take it away.
basically, this is Peter Dinklage, his next project, which is titled Toxic Avenger. It is a reboot by Legendary, and it is with director Macon Blair. So basically, this is a contemporary reimagining of Trauma Entertainment's successful 1984 low-budget action comedy hit titled by the same name, The Toxic Avenger. And it has environmental themes and subverts the superhero genre in the vein of Deadpool. So what do you think about that? I think that's going to be really interesting. Oh my God, am I by myself?
Yes, I said that.
Oh my God, I didn't hear you. Okay, guys. So basically, yeah, it's going to be in the vein of Deadpool. And it tells the story of a struggling everyman that is pushed into a vat of toxic waste. And he is transformed into a mutant freak who must go from shunned outcast to underdog hero as he races to save his son, his friends, his community from the forces of corruption and greed. So what do you guys think about that, huh? What do you guys think about that?
All right, sorry.
I got scared. I saw myself and I was like,
it's like I wrote it in the
this is so weird today. I don't check the private chat.
I needed a super bathroom emergency moment.
Okay, so Angelo has a great question here. Angelo asks, whoops. So will he be big? Or is that part of the toxic?
Will he be big? Honestly, I gotta tell you,
I've never seen this film, so I don't know.
Yeah, I've never seen this before, and this is actually first for me as well. But Toxic Avenger, question: this character, I think this guy has. Yeah, I've never seen this film before. Like at first, when I heard about it, I thought this was just gonna be, a Marvel thing, but I remember that there was also a film where the Toxic Avenger, forms himself. Like one eye is down and all that kind of stuff, and he's ugly. Yeah. I've never seen the film itself. Now, can he be big? I don't know if that's one of his powers. I have to actually look up his powers, but I don't think so. No,
I think they might adapt it because Peter Dinklage is.
Oh, wait. No, you're talking. Yes, he might be. Yeah. In that sense, he might be. Or they could do exactly what you were saying, Angelo. That his
part of the toxic,
going into the toxic waste, turning into that Toxic Avenger. Might do some stretching for him in the film, so that could be a thing. You never know, because Peter Dinklage doesn't need to. What?
He is a normal person and becomes like Sloth from Goonies. Nice.
Yes, exactly. So nice. I don't think he needs as an actor, I don't think he needs to grow. Like he would be perfect if he's just like that.
Mhm.
But I guess from the toxicity, from the toxic waste that he gets dumped on, his chemicals might have gotten. I mean, his cells might have gotten altered, and he could probably stretch. You know,
Mhm.
so I think that is a possibility. But yeah,
I think they might leave it. I think they might leave it as it is because it's Peter Dinklage, man. Like he's been successful. He's been successful. Angela says I was gonna make a joke, but let's stop. Let's stop there. Oh God.
no, but
Thank God.
he is.
He's a great actor, and I think he's done a superb job in all of his roles, despite his height.
Mhm.
And I think it would be cool. I think it would be awesome to see him as he is playing this type of Deadpool character. So I'm excited. I'm excited. From what I see here, thanks to Deadline, it actually
Eh,
has
Freco.
what? What did he say?
I was gonna make a joke, but let's stop there.
I posted that earlier. Oh
And
my
Ash,
God.
you should see the musical.
There's a musical?
Yeah, there's a musical. Yeah.
Okay, you gotta send me that. You gotta I gotta dive into that. But yeah, so I think it has had 4 parts.
Mhm.
Oh look, yeah. Stage musical production, a children's cartoon TV, and a Marvel comic. So wow, I didn't know this was a musical. I am definitely going to check this out.
Henceforth, Toxic Avenger.
How?
I have no idea.
I have
And
no
he's
superheroes
not
and
that
musicals
popular.
don't. Yeah,
He's
superheroes
not
and
that
musicals
popular.
they don't go well together. If you guys have seen the case of Spider-Man, if not, I would definitely tell you guys to go to YouTube and check out the history of Spider-Man on Broadway,
Mm-hmm.
which is terrible, basically. So, yeah, I mean, I'm excited. I am definitely going to see it. I love Peter Dinklage. I thought he was the best thing on Game of Thrones, even though I only saw Game of Thrones until season 5, and that's it for me. I don't think I'm gonna keep watching.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
I'm just not. Nah.
No.
But I loved him in Game of Thrones. I think he'll do great as a superhero. I think
he-
it'll be fun to see. I think
Yeah,
it'll be fun to see.
he was already in the Marvel universe before. I mean, not
X-Men.
Marvel universe. Yeah, it's more like the Fox's universe because at that point, they were not still owned by Disney. So yeah. All right. Any final thoughts on this?
I'm excited. I want to see it. And Angelo says Game of Thrones is amazing until the last season.
Everybody is wishing for one more last season
I'm
reboot.
I'm still not into finishing it. So sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
definitely sorry. All right, let's jump into the 4th news of the movie and TV universe, which is Jeremy Renner and Haley Steinfeld.
God,
Sorry,
you guys.
filming Hawkeye.
Listen, let's talk about this. I'm gonna show you guys. Let's share the screen. Yay!
Yay! Sharing. We like sharing, right? We love sharing.
Okay. Okay, so this news comes thanks to the direct. And basically, we are seeing this video that was released on Twitter. I'm so sorry about the ads. If you guys can see here, this is Jeremy Renner and Haley Steinfeld filming for Disney Plus's Hawkeye series. And there is a rumor that Haley is going to be the co-protagonist with Jeremy Renner because she is going to play Kate Bishop. This was a rumor that has been swirling around since forever.
Mm-hmm.
But as you guys can see, we are confirming that she is definitely going to be Kate Bishop. She's got the bow. She's got, the whole shenanigan. And she has the purple suit underneath her coat.
Yes, and for those who think that she is Hawkeye's daughter, no, she's not. She is the daughter of the Manhattan billionaires or millionaires. It's either billionaires or millionaires, but she is not Hawkeye's daughter. But yeah, whoa, this is pretty amazing.
Yeah,
we're getting a lot of Marvel stuff. What happened? You said we were about to say something.
No, I was going to say that we were also talking about earlier about the possibility of Florence Pugh joining the Hawkeye series as well. But then again, we don't know what's going to happen in Black Widow. I feel like Black Widow is it's going to be kind of the missing piece to the puzzle, and we don't know if there's going to be a connection with Jeremy Renner's character, and then that'll jump her into being in Hawkeye with Haley Steinfeld. I'm excited. I think she looks great. I think that Haley is pictures came out where she looks a lot better. Nice. I will check those out. And he says, but the best thing in the video is Lucky Pizza Dog. I agree. The dog is incredible. But yeah, I guess we'll have to see. I think she's a great actress. If you guys don't know who she is, she played the lead in the Bumblebee film, and she is also the voice of Spider-Gwen in Into the Spider-Verse, which is a great freaking film. So I'm excited because Marvel has everything so under wrap. I think that they're hiding a lot of good stuff, and when all of these shows start premiering on Disney Plus, I think it's gonna be
a boom,
mind blowing. Yep. It's
gonna be a boom, and that's good that they're really focusing on Star Wars right now, and in the public eye. But they have under their arm, wrapped up and covered. Marvel is still out there, but they're making you see this hand, while the other hand is like back here, getting polished, getting ready to.
Exactly.
Bam! Here we go. Here we go. So
Angelo says, so yes, I don't think anything will come out until Black Widow. And with the news about Yelena appearance in the shows, confirms the theory. Which theory? Is it the one that she is possibly going to be the new Black Widow? Because there is that theory, and then there's another theory that she actually dies in the film. That's what I heard. Yeah. And that's why people are like, but I heard that she was also going to be in the Winter Soldier and Falcon show, apparently.
Yeah, that's going to be the supposedly tie-in with them. So we'll see about that one too. There's a lot of things happening, but leave your comments below, see what else you guys think. But here we go with number 5 in the universe, which is The Mandalorian takes place before Rebels. What? Wait, what?
What's happening here?
So this is a news that came out, an article pretty much of Dave Filoni saying that, he teases Ahsoka Tano's Mandalorian timeline. Now, I'm going to read it to you guys, and this comes from comingsoon.net. And it says, Ahsoka Tano made her live-action debut in the latest episode of Disney Plus's The Mandalorian to roaring success after living in the animated small screen with the Clone Wars and Rebels. And now, animated showrunner and episode writer/director Dave Filoni has opened up about where in the Star Wars timeline her appearance may have been. The last time fans saw Ahsoka in the animated world, she was burying one of 2 lightsabers on a moon in the series finale of the Clone Wars, while the series finale of Rebels, chronologically set after the former, saw her teaming up with Sabine Wren to search for fellow Jedi Ezra Bridger after he was shot into the unknowns of space alongside Imperial Grand Admiral Thrawn. Now, with this being said, we see that in the last episode of The Mandalorian, Ahsoka was actually asking Elsbeth where the location of Grand Admiral Thrawn is, because they are still, to this day, still searching for Ezra. So, I think, and here's the thing with that, because that was said, I think Ezra is not going to be the Jedi to answer the call.
Yeah, we were talking about this earlier with David. Yeah. We were. The after credits theory, but she is a Black Widow.
Oh, okay. She went back to the other thing.
I love that she was Black Widow because I love her. She's a great actress, and she's my girl crush. She's my girl crush. John's he knows this.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But
we were talking about this. We I think we got to the point where we don't know which Jedi is going to be, because what was the point of her asking for Admiral Thrawn and I don't know.
Yeah, that's the search. That's what's going forward. That's what they're doing. And if it's a bit confusing, the Rebels TV show happened 5 to 4 years before A New Hope, the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Then the last scene of Rebels is a jump forward after the Return of the Jedi. So
Mm-hmm.
after the Empire falls, you see the scene of Ahsoka still searching for him. So that is where the timeline of the Mandalorian falls in,
Mm-hmm.
which is, them still looking for Ezra. So it's been about what, 15 years, 20 years, if we speak about Star Wars timeline between New Hope
Mm-hmm.
and Return of the Jedi, probably less 10 years.
Maybe.
But Dave Filoni is just stating some facts. Maybe not. He said it's a
He
possibility.
said possibly. He said
He said it's a
possibly.
possibility. But this
But he is
guy
he is
knows
he is the
about his Star
creator.
Wars.
Exactly. And he is the creator of Ahsoka Tano and Rebels. So doesn't mean she will be a good Black Widow. And about Star Wars, I think they are just playing with fans a little. I agree, because why would you go and say, "Oh, I think this is before Rebels," and then it's like possibly,
Yeah.
and I'm just like, stop,
Yeah. Heck no.
stop,
Yes.
stop messing with us, stop it. But I guess we'll see. We only have 2 days left or one day, less than 1 day left for
Or the
the
next episode of The
Mandalorian.
Mandalorian. Yes,
Episode
definitely.
6. So we will see if this Jedi pops out and if this is confirmed. So
Mace Windu.
Mace
Mace
Windu.
Windu. Mace Windu is
Cal
going to be the
Kestis.
Jedi. Cal Kestis. All right. This is the last news of our MTV. I
Oh
was going
wow.
to say MTV Universe.
MTV. I mean, we can call it that.
MTV. We call the MTV. No, copyright strike then because of MTV news and stuff like that. So movie MTV Universe. But before we jump, he is the creator, so maybe feeling the fans a little. Hey,
Yeah.
yes.
They wanna keep people intrigued with the Mandalorian, so they're gonna say whatever they want to say to keep people. Yeah.
Exactly. So we're gonna jump right now into the gaming universe. And this news that's coming up right now has to do with fully with the last news that we just gave out, which is
my friends. So Fortnite has just announced that the season 15 battle pass will add the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda. And I can't believe they're doing this because I'm not a fan of Fortnite, but I am thinking about it really badly. So, John, if you can, where's the picture?
Yes, I got it right here. Yes, I got it ready.
Okay.
And bow,
baby. There you go.
Here we go. This is the Mandalorian, and we previously have seen that they have used comic book characters as their features in every season that they give. They used DC with Batman. They also used Catwoman, I think, at one point. And they also used Marvel when, Infinity War and Endgame were like the big hype. That was one of the packages in one of the seasons where you also got to be Thanos. So we'll see what happens.
You played that one. I remember.
I played that one and I sucked at it. So yes. So I haven't played what do you call it? Fortnite in a very long time.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna be yeah.
So basically, guys, the game kicked off its 5th season on Wednesday, and it's called 0 Point, which will feature a host of new skins and gear, including the infamous bounty hunter from the Star Wars TV series on Disney+. So check this out. The Mandalorian will be available as a skin, while the child, aka Grogu, not Goku, is available as gear that players can carry in their back or on their back. Sorry. So
I think that was the best thing that they could have done, because
Baby Yoda, so I could be like a regular Fortnite character and have my Baby Yoda with me. Like,
I remember
they're tempting me.
You remember there was on one of the DLCs that they had actually a dog in a backpack.
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
So I think that's like part of it, but you're gonna have to pay for that skin, man. And Fortnite is expensive, man. That's gotta be the only game you play, and that's gotta be something that actually even pays you back somehow. But
Also, to mention that this season follows Tuesday's big Marvel-themed event where players vanquish the world-eating giant Galactus, and Epic Games said that more than 50 million concurrent players participated. So that's a lot of people.
Wow.
So imagine now with Star Wars. I'm curious just to go see that, just to go online on Fortnite and see somebody that has the skin, not necessarily me, or somebody that has like Baby Yoda, and I'm just gonna be like, oh my god, because we did it when the whole Thanos thing came out. John like downloaded it and he played it again. We didn't do it for the Marvel thing because you had to buy the skins, but I'm definitely curious, man.
It's a lot. Fortnite is a lot, and then but it's great. It's great that they're bringing this back, and they keep winning some moolah. Raising their brand's values.
Exactly,
so,
and it's still a popular game. So
it's still a popular game, like nonstop. But I can't build for crap as fast as some other people do. Like they make those walls to try and protect themselves, no, I can't do that. But
and I want to say it's not season 15, it's actually season 5 battle pass. So whoopsie daisy.
Oh, season 5. You said season 15.
No, because it says season 15 down here.
Oh, it says season 15 down there. What? That's okay. We're gonna jump into the next news right now, so nobody's gonna.
We didn't see that, guys. Sorry.
Season 5.
Season 5, not 15. 5.
So for the next news of the day is Xbox Series S, an emulator for PlayStation 2 games. What is that about, Ash?
Okay, guys. So this is a news that has come out from The Verge, and it basically says that you can play old PlayStation exclusives on your new Xbox. So what has been happening is the fact that thanks to the Xbox Series X/S consoles, it has a developer mode. So the emulation software can be added as a universal Windows application, and the emulator is called RetroArch Emulator. This allows users to download a retail version of the emulation software directly to their console without tricky workarounds, so players don't have to wait for a re-release to play an older favorite. Now, they're saying that this is something that Xbox has the ability to do that the PS5 does not. And that is crazy. That is crazy. I gotta say. Because I've been wanting, like, we've been streaming a lot of games here, but we have a PlayStation 2, guys. We have a PlayStation 2, and we have a whole library of PlayStation 2 physical copies. And I always tell John, like, is there no way that I can stream, like, I don't know, The Sims 2 or like Kingdom Hearts in its original context? And John's always like, nope, there's no way. Look at all those games that we have. And I can't stream any of them.
Yeah.
So this is crazy that the Xbox Series S. It's
okay. So here is the jizz. I don't think people are just going to buy the Xbox Series S for just that reason. Now, the fact that, I might be wrong. Let me fix it. I don't think a lot of people are going to buy the Xbox Series S for that reason. Now, if you do have it, you're probably going to test this theory, it probably is not a theory at all. It is a fact. And if it does play, that is going to blow up. And I don't know if they they could possibly get sued from Sony because of this, because their own system. It's like they're stealing their own games. And they're the what people have been asking, because we know that the Xbox can actually play games prior in their systems of the Xbox One and the Xbox 360. I think it could go even further than that if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
But just because of this emulator, it actually can play those games. It's gonna be. I haven't seen anything that could actually jeopardize PlayStation's 5 run, because PlayStation
Mhm.
5 right now is kicking it like crazy, and it's
Yeah.
high demand.
Mhm.
And I the other day I contacted somebody to see if they still had like the PlayStation, and this is out of regular retailers. He sold the PlayStation for $900, PlayStation
Wow.
5. So I'm
No.
like, no,
No.
I'm
Thank
not doing that.
you.
And so I think this is a little bit of a blow
Mhm.
to Sony, because it hasn't blown up yet. But if it does, I think it's gonna start, scratching away to the surface where Sony
Mhm.
has to really pay attention to this.
Yeah.
Whether Xbox can actually do this is true or not. Um, we really have to keep watch of news to see if this is real.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. But I do have to say that I remember that when the PlayStation 5 came out, I was really hoping that it would have some sort of unit in it or program that could read PlayStation 2 and 3 games,
Me
because
too.
with how technology is, I really hope that maybe the next console you can play PS4, PS5, PS2, PS3. If you have PS1 games, I think that would be
Yeah.
amazing. Or launch them in a format where people can get them to play them on the current console of PlayStation. So for me having that thought before they actually showed the console, and then seeing that the Xbox Series S can have an emulator for PS2 games, it makes me think like, wow, maybe this is something that they could have done, you know? Even
Mhm.
even sell an emulator, because the thing about this is that this is not for free. I think you have to pay $19 in order to get an account with what is it? Let me just double check it right here. So it says, yeah, you have to pay a $19 registration fee to be a part of Microsoft's developed program, and then you download the Dev Mode activation app from the Xbox store. And then once the app is downloaded and running, you can connect your Xbox from a web browser using your local network and add the RetroArch UWA files. So it's not that easy. It's not as easy as it seems. I think
And
they're still pushing for the PS5, PS now. That's why they haven't done.
yeah,
I could see that.
yeah, the PS Now is something that we have seen try to be as pushed as much as possible, because at the
Hmm.
beginning when PS Now came out, this was about probably beginning of PS4 or late PS3, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Um, you had to pay for the subscription, and then you had to pay to rent the games that were in the subscription.
Yeah.
Now
Mhm.
that was, a low blow to a lot of people, instead of just paying the subscription to play as many games as you wanted.
Mhm.
Now, I mean, last time I checked, this was probably like 2 years ago, and I think those things have changed. But I can actually research that real quick, because I wasn't
Mhm.
planning on it. But
You
PlayStation
know.
now subscription and trials. Okay, here we go. Not the games. We got a lot of, okay, there's a lot of games already in this,
Yeah.
but payments. Let me go payments real quick. Uh
Payments. Money, money, money,
Payment.
money, money,
I remember
money.
it was probably like about $10, I'm not wrong. Okay, here we go. Yes, an
Mhm.
ongoing subscription of $10, recurring fee charged every month until canceled. You'll need either credit card, blah 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 blah. Scroll down for more information. Why do we need to scroll down? Okay, here we go. Scrolling. Um, yeah, right now I can't find really an explanation. At this,
Angelo says that he used to have it, but because I don't play that much, I didn't really use it. And
yeah,
that
and
now it's just a subscription.
That's the thing that I don't think much people really use this at all, because there's so
Mhm.
many games out there. The PlayStation Plus on its own is giving free games to play. And to be quite
Yep.
honest, there's not many people in the world that don't have a job and have all the time in the world to sit down and play all those games in that library, which I
Mhm.
have. Guys, I have like 300 games in my digital library, and I've only gotten through probably like 50 or so.
And even I don't feel like I have that time. Even though I'm at home, I do so much with like the the content of our brand that I feel like if I take an hour to play, it's just like, oh my god, what have I done?
Yeah,
What am I
yeah.
doing? So I don't do it as often. I don't do it as often.
So I think the PlayStation now, it's they're not going to lose money because it's their own thing, and they're
Mhm.
only implementing a software that already exists. They could probably lose a bit of small money trying to adapt the software to next gen systems to
Mhm.
run smoothly in them, but I don't think that's going to be extreme success as they might
Yeah.
think it will have. Because again, I still am playing games that I own that I purchased and
Yeah.
haven't finished. So
Agree.
yeah, all right.
So
Oh,
Angelo says that it is amazing. It's a small Netflix.
yes, for
I
those
bet.
who don't want to keep
I
buying
bet.
games, you just pay $20, and there you go. There you go. For those who don't want to buy
Okay.
like the newest thing, that could be the
Yeah.
thing for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So jumping into the third news of gaming is Pokemon teases 25th anniversary celebration. Take it away, Ash.
Woo! I wanna be the very.
Very
Okay,
bad.
so
Wait.
a fun story for you guys. I like to be called Ash over Ashley because when I was little, the bullies, listen to this, the bullies at my school would be like, "Oh, Ash Ketchup," and I'm like, "You're not bullying me at all. Like, this show is great, so thank you."
Uh,
So everybody would call me Ash Ketchup when I was a kid, so I got used to the whole Ash thing, and that's why I prefer, people call me Ash over Ashley. So that's a fun story right there. But
mhm.
basically, we have this picture that was launched with this article. And here you go. It's a Pikachu with a 2 and a 5 for Pokemon's 25th anniversary. And this article is thanks to Game Informer, which basically states that during the Macy's Thanksgiving Parade, the Pokemon Company International revealed the logo, which is the Pikachu logo that I showed you guys. And it had a dance troupe of Pikachu and trainers who performed a short routine to an instrumental version of Gotta Catch 'em All, Gotta Catch 'em All. Okay, before unveiling the logo that you guys see above. So this is from the company per se. My question is that they are teasing a lot of stuff. Would he says Ash Ketchum?
Ash Ketchup. Ash Ketchup,
Wow.
yes.
Yes. That was my nickname. That was my nickname growing up, and I loved it. So yeah, we already know that not probably, but we already know that a new Pokemon Snap is coming to Switch. Which who remembers the Pokemon Snatch?
Snatch.
A
Was
Snap.
that
Sorry, Snap.
Was that the 64 game that they took photos?
Yeah, I used to have that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
used to be obsessed with that game because
I remember that.
I used to have that one, and there was another one where you would do like it was a Nintendo 64 one that you do the battles in the Pokemon training like area, and
Yeah, Pokemon in the Pokemon gym. In the gym.
yes. So we already know that a Pokemon Snap is coming to Switch at some point, but this kind of tease of the 25th anniversary logo has people asking what could be next for the Pokemon franchise beyond that.
Yeah. I think
So.
I think they implemented that, vaguely in the new game that came out. They have like a section where you can take, I think, pictures or study it, or even in the Switch itself, you can actually just screenshot the Pokemon as you're like first person viewing the Pokemon. So it kind of was there, but not classified as the Pokemon Snap.
Yeah, it's Snap.
Snap. Yeah.
Not Snatch.
Snap.
That's like a different game.
Yeah, so the Pokemon can actually come with a bunch of stuff. Lastly, the last thing that we can definitely get are real Pokemons that we can trap animals in them. It's like,
oh my god,
that'd be crazy, but it's not gonna happen. But yeah,
like
I don't know what else we can do. Holographic cards,
Detective Pikachu.
Detective
Yeah.
Pikachu, probably yeah.
Yeah,
But it would be great holographic cards. Like if they start working and they create a system where the table itself, probably costs like $1,000, where you could just put the card and the card's monster will pop up like the hologram. That'd be good. Like Yu-Gi-Oh. Like Yu-Gi-Oh.
Do you think they might throw in a new series?
Probably. They have like a bunch of
right?
them. They have a bunch of them. So that's no surprise.
And
Oh
maybe
yeah,
a new movie separated from the whole Detective Pikachu
I don't
thing
think it's
because
gonna be. Yeah, no, I
I
don't
heard
think. Uh,
I heard that Detective Pikachu was gonna have a sequel, but it wasn't a direct sequel. It was gonna be more of a prequel kind of thing.
mm.
That's what I heard. So,
Hey, maybe we see
I
Ash in live action.
oh my god, Ash Ketchup, seeing Ash Ketchup, that'd be
Yeah,
amazing.
moving on. All right, so fourth news of the day: Immortal Phoenix Rising reviews are out.
Whoa!
Nothing but majestic. All right,
Is that
so
the one what is it? I forgot. Oh, yep, exactly that
that's
one.
the one that
Thank
you're looking
you.
for.
Yep.
Yeah. So Immortal, and I put this. Yo, look at how I wrote it. I put Phoenix as in an actual Phoenix, and it's not even
Oh
that.
no, it's Phoenix.
It's
Wow.
Phoenix
Phoenix.
because that's how it's written down. So
Whoops,
let me
Daisy.
first off, let me just change that real quick.
Let's fix that. I'll
But
entertain you guys.
there we go.
Yay! There we go.
Right on time. But yes, Immortal Phoenix Rising. For those who have not played this game, you can't. It's not out yet. But here,
Wow.
yes, here are the first people that actually receive a copy are the critics and those who are wanted a lot, or streamers, or YouTubers, that
Celebrity.
celebrities that decide the companies decide to send them. You can see them on YouTube already, but apparently this game is getting praised a lot. I've only seen nines and aboves, and all they have to say
Nice.
is that the game runs super smooth. It's very interesting in terms of the story and how you can create your own avatar, the abilities, and how you can scale. And they compare it to a little bit to Breath of the Wild. If you guys haven't played
Oh,
that game,
sweet.
as Zelda Breath of the Wild, but they
Great.
actually want to detach themselves from it, even though it has kind of it's just looks kind of the same in terms of the art type.
Mhm.
Not the same artwork because it's Olympus. It's a different type of mythology.
Yeah.
But yeah, this game is getting praised, and I am very excited to be
I want to
playing this
play this
game.
game. I want to stream it because you can
Yeah.
create your character, right?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. So it's gonna be Ash's Phoenix Rising. That's gonna be my Twitch section of me playing this game. Ash's Phoenix Rising. That's gonna be it. So
No,
I'm probably
and
gonna stream this on Twitch.
the
Probably.
thing is that, well, when you create your character, you pretty much adapt it to however you want to look like. You keep increasing your abilities and the armor and everything. And this game actually comes out tomorrow, so when people start playing it,
What?
yeah, I'm right,
Wait,
right?
wait, wait. This is
December,
the question. Wait, wait,
December
wait. This is
3rd,
this is
I think. Let
this
me
is the
look.
question that I have for you. Is it coming out on PS4?
Yeah, a PS4.
Oh my god.
Yeah, okay, let me look it up for you because yeah. So here it is.
Wow. I want to get it next week. I want to get it next week, and I'm gonna start streaming it. I promise.
Yeah, here we go. Okay, so Immortal Phoenix Rising, release days. Damn, this page is super big. Come on, please. Can you show me? Yeah, December 3rd for PS4, PS4, PS5, Xbox Series X, One, Switch, and PC. And apparently, from what I am watching right now, maybe I am wrong, but it looks like for the version of the PlayStation 4.
Angelo says maybe, maybe not. Still thinking about it if I should buy it.
The
And then
game.
he says, me creating characters, worst thing ever.
Yeah, just creating the character could take you, if you want to really dedicate yourself
Oh
to
my
it.
god.
It will take you.
I wanna do this. I wanna do this. I wanna do the stream and create my character live, and I'm gonna do like a character sheet, and I will be committed. Oh my god. I'm committed. I'm doing
So
this. On
So
Switch.
yes, it's still $59.99 for the PlayStation 4. Yes.
Okay.
So they're both going to be $59.99. Apparently
Can you
the
transfer it to PS5? That's the other question that I have. Is it transferable?
I don't think that's one of the games that you could do that just yet with. They're probably building the program for that. But I'm pretty sure you could. I'm pretty sure you could afterwards. And it's
Like,
surprisingly still at $59.99 on PS5. I
and
was
Joel says, I
never
was
felt.
doing a Monster Hunter character, never felt more stressed. Why?
Yeah, I
You
mean,
just put some hair, some clothes, and then you just put a name. I don't know.
no, but you want to be as close to it as possible. You want to be engaged. I think that's
But
what Angelo is trying
and
to
I get
do.
what he's saying, because then you create a character and then you meet somebody else and you're in that person's like, this is my character, and you're like, wow, I suck.
Yeah, no. I think
This is the
that
nose, the brow, the chin.
but I think that's it. I think it's basically because you take a lot of time trying to create
Yeah.
that, the brows, the chin, and everything that actually has to look based off on your character.
I think I'm
Yeah.
gonna do it, guys. I think I'm gonna get this game and I'm gonna live stream it. That's gonna be my new section on Mondays. Ashes, Phoenix Rising. Yay!
Yes.
We'll see.
All right, moving on to the next one, and it is Cyberpunk 2077 multiplayer, a standalone project.
Hmm.
So,
Interesting.
yes, this news came from Games Radar, and this was said by CD Projekt developers. It says this is by Hairu Crier a day ago. It's a separate, dedicated production, a big production. We think about it as a standalone project.
Wow.
Yes. So as we see here, Cyberpunk 2020 developer CD Projekt has let a few more details slip on the game's multiplayer component. And I quote, so first, we don't call it modes, said CD Projekt CEO Adam Kaczynski. I think that's his name. I think it's some German or Russian. I apologize if I butchered the name.
I can't help you there. Sorry.
Speaking in an investor call this past week, referencing somebody wrote this wrong.
Referencing?
Yeah, but I think they wrote this wrong. Yeah,
Oh.
it's referencing Cyberpunk 2077's multiplayer as translated. It's a separate dedication. It's a big project and a standalone project on its own. So, with just this, to summarize exactly what they also wanted to do was they wanted to focus on just the single player alone, because it's grand, it's super big, and it's very enticing. It's like Grand Theft Auto, and this game, based on what they're saying, it might have the touch of Grand Theft Auto, where the story is its own thing. They focus on it, they innovate on it, they create the biggest world possible for the players to enjoy.
Nice.
And then they start focusing afterwards on the development of the multiplayer, as GTA Online has been doing, which GTA Online is a completely different world.
Yeah.
You still play in the same map as the game. I think probably some areas have been developed a little bit more, but the game itself online is extremely different. And here we go. Ash, it seems you will have the upgrade for both consoles. I went to store and it says this product is entitled you to both versions. Yes, there you go. So we'll have it for both. Thank you, Angela.
I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna start playing it.
Yeah, but yes, Cyberpunk. We're both actually gonna play this game as well. I want to stream this game. I want to see where I get with this game, because it's first person.
I want to see. I want to investigate about there. So I heard that there was a campaign, Dungeons and Dragons style for Cyberpunk.
Yes.
And if that's the thing, I already told my sister-in-law, and she was like, "Get me information." But I want to do like a full campaign, man, like a good one, like.
Me too.
100% there. 100% there. So we'll see. We'll see.
So let's jump into the sixth news, which is another review the second review that we were going to talk about, which is Warframe trailer review and
Ooh.
review. Um, the Warframe trailer review and review. Okay, so let me just correct this real quick because Warframe is still out there, but it's Warframe trailer review for PS5. That's what
Mhm.
I was trying to put there. But it's the Warframe review for PS5. And here we go. There we go for PS5. Yes. There we go. Much better. So it's review for PS5, and this game came out when the PS4 came out. It was also developed for PC, and this game started just very narrow to its locations because you had the spaceship.
Mhm.
Spaceship was there, that was your hive, and then you could go to planets, but those planets, had their own small sections. Now the game has grown even bigger, badder. And for those who don't know what
Oh
I'm
wow.
talking about, it is this right here.
I'm
For those who
watching
are
it right
familiar,
now.
yeah.
Nice. Power Rangers.
Kind of alien Power Rangers. I mean, Power Rangers, if you follow the lore of the last movie, were kind of like
Yeah,
aliens,
the aliens.
powers that came to Earth or stuff like that. But yeah, and I really advise everybody that actually has a PS5 or a PS4 play this game. This game is a massive MMO, a looter shooter, and you get so much that you could do with this game. Now you're gonna have to hoard a lot, which is play this game, grind it, so you can develop your warframes, which are the characters that you use in the game. But I remember when I first played this game, it was intense. It was fantastic. So yeah, it's been getting praised. The frames, the
Wow.
loading screens,
Yeah,
the
I just
graphics.
saw they give you an example on the trailer. So they put the loading time for a PS4 and a PS5, and the
Mhm.
PS5 guy he's already battling, and then the PS4 guy is still stuck behind the door waiting for it to load.
Yeah,
That's crazy. Wow. Wow.
exactly.
It looks
So
sweet.
yeah, it's a fantastic game, guys. So if you have a chance, the game is free. You can download it for free. You can play for free. You can grind for free. It is very optional to buy the premium passes for access to new warframes, weapons, gears, equipment. It is up to you if you want to spend money on the game, but the game is fantastic.
Mhm.
Try it out. It's free for both systems. You'll enjoy it, trust me. And for the final news of the gaming universe, which is one that I really want to talk about, it is rumors of Kojima
Oh,
continuing with Silent Hill and the remake of Metal Gear Solid.
that's happening, baby. That's happening, baby. Don't worry.
Yes. All
I will
right.
tell you right now. Don't worry about it. It's happening.
So there's been a lot of rumors, and this one came from a Game Rant. Rumors of Hideo Kojima developing Silent Hill for PS5. Now, another rumor has surfaced that Kojima Productions is teaming up with Sony and Konami to develop Silent Hill's exclusive for PlayStation 5. Despite his cancellation 5 years ago, one project that won't die is Kojima's production Silent Hills, the survival horror reboot of Konami's Silent Hill franchise from Metal Gear Solid creator Hideo Kojima, the Pan's Labyrinth director Guillermo del Toro.
Lo amo. Where's my buddy?
Guillermo.
Wait.
Oh, you're getting it?
That's my favorite Guillermo del Toro film. I think it's his best film. I know that some people say that Pacific Rim, but no.
There you go. There you
There
go.
El
Fauno.
Fauno. I love
And
this
I
film.
love, and also Blade 2.
Yeah.
I think he did Blade 2.
Yeah.
But yes, from Pan's Labyrinth, and then once again, rumors have risen, implying that the game is back in development, with Sony collaborating with Kojima Productions and Konami to make the game PlayStation 5 exclusive. Now. There's a possibility that all these things could come to fruition, and there could be a possibility. There could be a possibility of an announcement on the Game Awards of 2020, and we're getting close to them.
Oh my god.
So again, this is just a
That's
rumor.
like next week, right? Let's see.
Yeah.
Next
And
Thursday.
And another related article, again from Game Rant, which is also something that we've been watching and hearing prior to this, is that in the same podcast, he also claims that Demon Souls remake developer Blue Point's next game will be Metal Gear Solid remake. Another collaboration with Konami. Reportedly, this remake of Metal Gear Solid has been in development for 3 years, with PlayStation 5 system architect Mark Cerny directly involved with the game's development. He also claims that despite them being far in development, with gameplay demos ready to be reviewed at upcoming events, Sony is waiting to announce the game as it does not want to repeat the mistakes Microsoft made when revealing Halo Infinite.
Oh,
Dang! In your face! In your face! All right. So
burn.
there, there has already been quite some development from the Metal Gear game, and from the side of the fans. There has already been a trailer that I entice you guys to look it up on YouTube, and is Metal Gear Solid in Unreal Engine 4.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
That video, and I'm gonna show you one of the pictures. Look at this. This is somebody, just a regular guy, creating Shadow Moses, a stage in Unreal Engine 4 for the next generation consoles. And we can see Snake here with just a model of one of these soldiers that would be in the game. And you can see how amazing this looks. This looks fantastic. So, I entice you guys to actually look it up, and you will see that this has the battle of the Metal Gear against Solid Snake in the last, parts of the game. So we'll see if this is reality or fiction.
Probably for next year. Wait for it.
Yeah, probably for next year. We'll probably maybe not see an announcement on the Game Awards of 2020.
It's probably done already.
Yeah, we'll definitely see what's going on. Well, guys, we're going to jump into the last section of our day. But first off, we want to say thank you for those who joined us, for those who spend the time with us here at TLU News. We very much appreciate it. I hope you like this content, and we keep bringing more every week to you for your enjoyment, and for you also, to share and be part of it. That's the point of this. That's why we do it live, so you can be part of the conversation and everything, that goes on. You could just, boom, give your thoughts, see what it is, and let's see. So, throw it into the universe, Ash. What do we got for throw it into the universe number 1?
So my first throw it into the universe is it the Spring Awakening one? I don't remember.
Yes.
So I'm a huge fan of Spring Awakening. I actually ran into some YouTube videos, I think yesterday or the day before, and I started to see the musical again. And I think that the lyrics are so beautiful and it's still so relevant. I would really like for either a revival or a movie adaptation. I did hear that there's been a movie adaptation for a while now, but it hasn't been, completely, it hasn't come to fruition. But I don't know, I was listening to it and I was like, this musical is great. I would love to see an adaptation. And it's such a strong story because it's not a show that's easy to digest, and I think it depends on how it's made, because I know that the original Broadway cast was very controversial, and the revival that they did was actually a very different show because it was with deaf people. So they had performers on stage, and then they were doing sign language as well. All of the actors were doing sign languages, but then they had performers who would play the guitar or sing the parts for those actors on stage, and it was interesting. So I think it would be great to see a movie adaptation. I'm throwing it more for the movie adaptation than the revival. And I don't know, man. I think it would be great. I love this musical. The original Broadway cast, it had Leah Michele and Jonathan Groff, and it's a fantastic show. The lyrics are fantastic. It's a strong story, and I'm throwing it into the universe to see if it happens. And fun fact, I was actually in a production of Spring Awakening in Puerto Rico.
Oh yes, I remember that.
Yes.
You told
And
me.
I was the understudy for I had auditioned for Vendla. I got a call back and I actually got vocal ensemble and I was the understudy of Thea. And the vocal ensemble part was really cool because we would sit in the audience with everybody, but we had our microphones hidden. So in certain parts where we had to vocalize with the actors that were on stage, we would just stand up and take out the microphones or stand up in our chairs and be like, "Ah," and people were like, what
Hey,
in the world?
yeah.
So it was a really fun experience. I love this musical so much. I really want to see it come back to life. So I'm
Throw it
throwing
into
that
the
into the
universe.
universe.
Now,
Yay!
second for Ash. What is the second one, Ash? Here we go. Boom.
So this is one that I've been thinking about so much lately because I just finished playing Spider-Man Miles Morales and I
Oh,
loved it. And I've discovered that I'm a Spider-Man freak, so I have a problem. Please help me.
man.
But I've always wanted to see Black Cat live action. So I would like to see if there is some way, shape, or form that she can be introduced to the MCU universe. I think it's going to be hard because again, this Peter Parker is way too young. He still looks way too young for him to have that type of relationship with Black Cat.
I mean,
And
what do
I'm
you
not.
mean?
I'm
The
because
the
there were
the one right
because
now?
there, yeah, Tom Holland because their
Oh, no, no.
yeah because their relationship is not lovey dovey. It's a very
Yeah.
sexual relationship,
But
and
you
she's always like on top of him and stuff like that. So
you you know what?
literally and not literally.
You know what? I think it could work
You think it could?
because I think it could work.
They could make it like a cougar thing, bro. Like she's older than Peter Parker.
Yeah, yeah.
I would love that.
It could be not too old. It could be
No,
like maybe
no,
two
no.
or 3 years of difference. But
She preying on this boy. Sorry.
but I yeah, I truly think that this could work because think about it. Peter, in all comic books that we have seen, in the majority of them, and even in the animated show, um, he was in college. Like he was in
Mhm.
college or he was in high school when he met Felicia.
Mhm.
Uh, and I think if you throw her right now, it can still work because his relationship with MJ just started. That's fine.
Yeah.
And then you never know. You could fast forward to a certain amount of years, or probably
They're
never.
probably they're probably going to be broken up by this other film that's
They,
coming out.
they
That's what
either
always happens.
Yeah, maybe you never know. But I think that right now, because of what happened in the MCU, which is him revealing his identity, maybe that's how she gets a hold of him, or not really. But the point that I'm trying to make is because Peter Parker in this universe, he's very like guarded, reserved, shy,
Mhm.
and Mary Jane was kind of like pa pa, but still shy in that sense. They're like lovey dovey.
Mhm.
Stacy, I mean Felicia,
Mhm.
Felicia could be the girl that changes his perspective, or it's the way that she approaches Spider-Man is like
Mhm.
very forward and very coqueta, very
Yeah. I would
um
love that.
how do you
I would
how,
love
how do
that.
you say this in English?
Like sexy?
Yeah, sexy,
Flirty,
very
flirty,
flirtish,
sexy,
very
flirty.
flirty.
Yeah.
So it could take him like whoa, and then his confusion of do I really want MJ or do I want this girl like
Yeah.
who's going for me, but she goes for Peter as Spider-Man. She doesn't know who Peter Parker is
Okay.
yet,
But
so
I would like to see them like what
it
we
could work.
saw like what we saw in the Fox show where you can show Felicia first, maybe a friend that was not in the blip, so she is 5 years older. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, you have to explain that she believes he is older. That should be interesting. That's why she's that forward. I
Yeah,
would love that. But
yeah.
but
Because
I
she
would like to
she
see.
doesn't know who Peter Parker is. She doesn't know who Spider-Man is. She
Yeah,
just
I was.
sees this, at least in the comic book, this guy big, that acts like he's a man,
Yeah,
is the same age. So
but
that's
I would like
actually
to
a good way to
see.
see it.
But I would like to see that dynamic as what we saw in the Fox show, that was that they knew each other and they were dating, but then he was Spider-Man and then she was Black Cat, and they would always meet in missions and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But the thing is that I feel that, and when she finds out, those jokes would be amazing. I know if they do it well. But the thing is that for me, I feel like Tom Holland's Peter Parker is shy, but I also feel that his Spider-Man is kind of shy as well. I don't see like a gradual transition between him being Peter
Yeah,
Parker and then
he's
he
the
being. I
same
feel
guy.
he's Peter Parker as Spider-Man. So
Yeah.
I don't know. I would love to see this. I know that Anne Hathaway, she was in conversations to be Black Cat in Spider-Man 4, which would have been directed by Sam Raimi. And then we kind of had Black Cat introduced in the Amazing Spider-Man 2, but it didn't work out what they were trying to do. In my opinion, I didn't like it.
Black
So
Cat, really?
yeah,
How?
you remember the secretary that was with Harry Osborn, the one with the black hair?
Oh yes! Wow, I
The
forgot about
That
that.
was supposed to be Black Cat, and people were like really offended. Like kind of when they introduced Gwen Stacy. Oh, Felicity Jones. Yes, thank you. And she ended up being in Star Wars too. Felicity Jones, I believe so. She was the
Yeah,
one in Rogue One, I
yeah.
think it was.
Hmm.
But yeah, I would like to see it, and I loved her in the PS4 game. I love how she looks. So
Yeah,
I just want to I
that's
just want
our
to see.
best version.
I just want to see somebody spice up Peter's life, because I feel like
Yes,
he's too bland right now. He needs somebody to be like, "Hey, come on,
and I
let's
think
go."
that's the
Boom.
counterpart to what he has with Mary Jane. So we'll see.
Yeah,
That's
we'll
Black
see.
Cat is a
I'm
cat.
throwing it. I'm throwing
So
it into the universe.
throw it into the
Come
universe.
on, MCU. Come on, come on, come on.
All right. Speaking of MCU, this one is mine. Charlie Cox and John Bernthal are rehired as Daredevil and the Punisher. Please, please.
I think Angela's gonna be like, "Nope."
No, heck no. Heck yeah. Like, no.
Because
Charlie Cox.
when we were with him in Cine PR, he was like, "I don't want to hear Charlie Cox anymore."
Charlie Cox.
From what I remember.
But here's the thing. Why not? Like, why
Oh,
not?
sweet. He says he wants Ben Affleck back. Redemption.
I think he's joking. Let me see. I think he's joking. I think he's messing with me. I
Guys,
think
if
he's
you don't
messing with
know,
me.
oh my God, listen, Daredevil with Ben Affleck is on Amazon Prime. I have it on my list. I want to see this film to see what I would love Ben back. No, he's not kidding.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you
That's
what.
not. I wouldn't be mad at that either. So
I tell you what. It wouldn't be a bad idea to have Ben back, but Ben cannot do everything that Daredevil can at this point athletically. What was it? The
the director
director's
is.
cut is quite good.
I
I agree.
haven't seen that one.
I don't think Daredevil was as bad as people say it was. I do know that it did have script problems, some here and there developments with even a Bullseye
Colin Farrell.
and
Mhm.
Colin Farrell. And I agree with you, Angela. I agree with you. And Ben Affleck would be cool to come back for that. But he's Batman now. I don't think he has to go back to that. And I prefer Charlie Cox. Reason being is because he's more athletic. He can do his own stunts, and we already have fallen in love with that character. Um, And here, what is it? People want Cox, but if you cast him, you need to delete everything from the series. You know what?
I get what he's saying, because
it's because
they would come as like Marvel's not gonna be like, we're gonna continue this, like it's gonna be like a whole reboot thing for both characters. So And even Iron
Yeah.
Fist, because I know that they have the rights to Iron Fist as well.
Yeah, they got everything back. They got everything
Yeah.
back. But
Disney won't give promotions in it. That's true.
yes,
He has a point. He has a point. That's true.
but you know what? Don't
Maybe they'll just take out the series
no,
from
no, no.
Netflix.
Exactly. Here's the thing. You're right, but here's the thing. Netflix will. I mean, Disney will not fall in trouble or not have to promote the series if you just continue it. If you just continue from what the fans already know, just continue the story. Don't go and pull back a what do you call it? A origin story. Don't pull back from Frank Castle's past. Just
Mhm.
bring them to the fold as they already are.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're
They
saying.
already are he already is the blind devil from Hell's Kitchen.
But for new fans, they will go back. Yeah, and they're gonna be like, but the series on Netflix, and I don't think
Yeah. No,
specifically that Disney could carry on that series on Netflix because that was like rated M for mature. So
that's. I mean, they're doing Deadpool now with rated
for
R.
yeah, but for Disney per se, it's gonna be
I
they're
think
gonna be like
it's
it's
going to be perfectly fine.
mature.
I think it's
I'm
going to be
like,
perfectly
okay.
fine. And Disney, if Disney buys the rights to that series, then there's going to be a whole different ball game. But
Mhm.
the thing is that they can continue the story without being that story. Just
Yeah, I
bring
know
them
what
back
I know what you mean.
as as they did with Spider-Man. Spider-Man was already Spider-Man in Civil War. We didn't go back to learn from Uncle Ben. We didn't go back to learn how he got bit by the spider, when he got bit by the spider. We
Well, because
already,
that's what Sony did. That's what Sony did with Andrew Garfield. This is more a business thing. Yeah.
yeah, no, yeah, for sure. But that's
That's what happened to Andrew Garfield. That I think that not even 3 years had passed since the Tobey Maguire one. They were like, here's the new Spider-Man with a new origin story. And I'm just like, I already know what happens to, Uncle Ben. I don't need like
yes.
50 more movies
So this could
telling me
happen.
about it.
This could happen, but just bring it back as they are. They're
You know
already
what I would like?
mhm,
You remember that the PS1 game
of Spider-Man.
where I don't believe they will buy the rights from them. Nah,
Yeah,
that's not
that
gonna
was just
happen.
one thing that they could probably do to relieve themselves from these things.
Um,
But I think they can do correct by just continuing and just them being the heroes, not like Peter, like I just said, like Spider-Man in Civil War. Uh-huh. But
do you remember the PS1 Spider-Man game
yeah,
that he had
the
a
cloud
mission, and
flinging
then yeah, but then there was a mission where Daredevil just pops up. I think that if the
and the Punisher. Yeah.
if the MCU does that they just involve them in one of the Spider-Man movies and they help Spider-Man in some way, shape, or form, I think that would work better than to develop a series. I honestly don't think that we need another show on Daredevil or the Punisher. So I think what would work for now for everybody that's involved is to have them have cameos throughout either the MCU movies or the new MCU shows that are going to be premiering on Disney Plus. That's all that I'm saying. I don't think it's going to work if they try to continue a series or try to do a series from scratch. So I would do that. I would prefer that. I already had like 2 seasons of The Punisher, and how many seasons was it for Daredevil? Was it 3?
For Daredevil, it was 3.
I think
Yeah.
it was 3. And and specifically, I wouldn't say that the Daredevil one closes out fully. It still leaves the story open, but I would say that the Punisher one, it did finish off. It closed it off. I don't feel that there could have been a continuation from the season finale of the Punisher. So
Yeah,
that's what I would say. That's what I would say.
because even Vicente D'Onofrio, I think that's how you spell it, the guy that did Kingpin, he wants to
He
play
wants to come
Kingpin
back in
again.
the MCU. Yep.
He wants
As
to come back.
Kingpin.
He wants to do it. And that line on John, because you use the same actor, people will search. That's why even if you don't do the story origin, it still
It gives
gives
us
them some flux.
Yeah, so what Netflix is gonna have to do is to probably take out the series
No, they're
from
not. They don't have to. That's the thing. That's their
Mhm.
thing. They don't have to do anything for
Well, I don't
Disney.
know. I don't know. I would do cameos for now. For now. So I don't
Yeah.
know. We'll see.
Uh,
We'll put it right out there.
yeah. Throw it. So that's the
Aye.
did. So, we got two more, and the next one is the Silent Hill and Metal Gear Solid rumors to be official
That's
in
gonna
the Game
happen.
Awards
That's
2020.
gonna happen.
Yes, we were talking about this news right now, and I really want this to be an official thing on the Game Awards. I want this to be announced in the Game Awards. I want this to become reality. These are two games that it's not just me that people want, and people want Konami and Kojima and Sony to come to peace and then create a massive, incredible experience for the gaming world. And having these two juggernauts of game, these two juggernauts of companies join forces to create these two great franchises again, it'll be a blast. Now, whether it's going to happen or not, we don't know. I just hope that there's an announcement in the Game Awards for next. And it says, Silent Hill, why? I don't need more trauma in my life.
I've never played a Silent Hill game, so I don't know. I've played Resident Evil though, and Resident Evil
remember
is scary, but it's fun scary.
Laberinto del Fauno. Pan's Labyrinth, right?
Yeah.
Imagine that. The effed up world that they're in. But 3 times like horror and not fantasy, but trying to kill you type of thing. So mix.
I think I would enjoy it. I don't know, because
No. Okay. Outlast.
I mean, I had Outlast was scary, but I had fun.
Okay, then you'll have fun, but it's the horror aspect of it. It's heavy.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
really heavy. It's heavier than Outlast, I think. So yeah, that's pretty much Silent Hill what it is. But the movies, I don't think they're too scary as.
No, I heard they were like.
Yes, and we got the last one. Please.
Oh my god. I'll throw it, but I'm over the PS5. I don't care anymore. It's a waste of time.
This thing is insane. It is a waste of time, man. It is a waste of time to continue going online and trying to search for the PS5. And then when comes the day that people say, or the companies state that, oh, we're going to have it at 9 p.m. Oh, we're going to have it at 6. We're going to have it at this time. And then you go in and all the bots buy the freaking games before you can because they're faster. Their programming, their software is faster than your finger. So, you know, it's
I don't know.
insane.
I can't wait until next year.
You had the PlayStation in the cart at one point, the second time, right?
I had it quite a few times. What was happening was the fact that you would click on the first time that I did it, the website was crashing. So by the time it was crashing and it would reboot back, they were out of stock. Then the second time that I tried it, which was I think a couple of days ago, the website wasn't crashing, but it did give me the opportunity to get it in my cart. But then when I was going to check out, that's when it started to crash. And I put our direction, I put the credit card, I put everything, and I was about to check out, and then it crashed and it was like, sorry, we're out of stock. And then the last time I went in and it was already out of stock. So it's fine. I'll wait until next year.
Anyway,
if it was a thing, listen, if it was a thing where all of these games that came out, like Spider-Man and Assassin's Creed, if they would have only come out for PS5, I would be freaking out. But that's not the case. And I still think
we already finished it.
I already finished Spider-Man. I'm probably going to get the Phoenix Rising one and play it because it looks really freaking cool.
And we're going to download Mortal Kombat. Okay.
Mortal Kombat. Yeah. Before you throw it into the universe, Angelo.
We're going to download it. We're going to download it.
But for me, if it was a big thing of that, these games are only for PS5, I would be freaking out. But I'm good, man. He said, "Thank you."
Yes, we will. We will download it.
But I'm good. I don't.
Fine.
I can wait. And you know what? I'm gonna throw into the universe that they do a special edition Spider-Man one, and that's the one that we're gonna get, boo. That's the one that we're gonna have at home. That's it.
I hope.
If we don't have it now, it's because we're gonna get something better. So I'm throwing that out into the universe. You know that's always the case. So
I really hope so.
Yep.
But yeah, that's it for us today. So guys, thank you for being here with us. Again, we love talking about news, video games, and everything else in this world of entertainment. Uh, you're gonna wait for a
Well,
year.
I'm gonna wait for a
Uh,
year. John's not gonna wait for a
I'm
year.
not gonna wait
I
for a
don't.
year. I'm
I
gonna
don't
get
care
it.
anymore.
And then if she wants the other edition, hey, we have two PlayStation 5s in the
I
home.
mean, we're gonna. I mean, we're gonna
And
need
then
another PlayStation because I've been playing a lot. So
eventually she's been playing a lot now, and
yeah,
then it takes off of my time wanting to play.
I've
But
been playing more during the quarantine since the 7 years that we've been together. So that's
yeah,
something to say. That's
yeah,
something to
definitely.
say.
Yeah. So, yeah, guys, thank you again for being here with us. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube at The Legacy Universe. And remember, we also have our streams on Monday, Wednesdays, and Saturdays at 9 p.m. We can stream a little bit earlier than usual, given the fact that if we can,
Thank you,
we
Angela.
will. And what is he saying? She
He
will
will
become a
become a
skilled
skilled
gamer,
gamer.
throwing that out into the universe. Oh, yes. That is good. Hey, there
Thank
you
you.
go. She will be the skilled gamer. Yes. I'm becoming the trashy gamer.
I'm
So,
about to change it to the skilled gamer with like
a
a
question mark.
because you know.
Yes, yes. Um, also, we are every Friday on the Puerto Rico Comic Con Facebook with Reload. We actually do a program called Reload, which I forgot to write down, where we at 8 p.m. Eastern time, 7 p.m. I know, sorry, wait, that's 8 p.m. Puerto Rico, right? As well. I keep forgetting the Eastern
No, so
and
it's
their
8
time.
p.m. It's 8 p.m. in Puerto Rico, and then it'll be 7
7
p.m.
p.m.
Eastern
Eastern
so here.
time. There we go. Got it. So yeah, we also do the same there. We give game, movies, TV reviews. I mean, news and in Spanish. We only do that in Spanish. So if you're a Spanish speaking audience, come and join us over there as well. We really would love to interact with you guys as we do here. And this Saturday, I'll be streaming. I'm still thinking about the game that I'm going to stream, and I want to probably stream a game that I
There you
want to
go.
finish. Here we go. Reload every Friday at 8 p.m. via Puerto Rico Comic Con's Facebook plus YouTube. Yeah, so this Saturday I'll
8
probably
p.m. Puerto Rico, and then 7 p.m. Eastern here in the United States. So
yes. So yeah. Thank you guys for being here with us.
oh.
And
Let me click it.
thank you.
My turn to click.
Ah! And thank you again for being with us, guys. Hopefully you have a
Happy
wonderful night.
holidays.
Happy holiday. And hopefully, you get your presents earlier than usual. Don't wait till last minute to get your presents. If your present is going to be a PS5, then keep
Happy
waiting.
holidays to you.
Happy holidays.
And guys, remember, let that sink in. It is the last month of 2020. So I know it's tough. I know it's rough, but let's make the best out of it. KK?
Yes,
We are blessed to be here. So
definitely. Thank you guys for watching.
Yay!
Thank you guys for being here. See you guys next time.